I love how much you love Worldfire.
Dude, tell me you would not like to Worldfire someone once this season. Just be like, I'm gonna ultimate my Jace and go get a Worldfire, and I'll go get your Sorin. Cast my Worldfire, cast your Sorin, go. Or make a token, go. It's gonna be epic. Epic, I tell you. There's absolutely nothing you could possibly draw to save your life. There's nothing. There's nothing in Magic that will save your life the next turn. Well, there's nothing in Standard that will save your life next turn.
But even if you ultimate with Jace, you're not losing.
Yeah, dude, see, I disagree with that. I heard that on your video, and I disagree with that. You clearly have not ultimated Jace that often.
It's possible. It's possible. It's okay.
When I heard that statement, I was like, ooh, that is spoken like someone who does not have Jace experience.
Yeah, but this isn't chess. You can't be like, this is 100%, like, you have to roll some dice sometimes. It's like, ultimating with a Jace is like rolling a 100-sided die, and your opponent needs to roll a 100.
It's true.
But,
it's
like,
true.
It can happen. You're right.
But, okay, so Band Control ultimates of Jace. What do they go get in their own deck? What do they go get?
Thragtusk? I mean,
okay, Thragtusk. And what do they get in their opponent's deck?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It does. That's the point.
You get the best thing. I mean, that's the answer. You get the best thing.
You get the best thing. What's the best thing is my point. What do you go get? The point is you ultimate a Jace, it's not as strong as you think it is. Because the two things you get usually can be met, at least sometimes, by one card. Like, you could go get a Thragtusk and an Angel of Serenity, but you can't because Bant doesn't have that many creatures in the graveyard. So you go get a Thragtusk and maybe a Planeswalker, like,
yeah, you get, like, another Jace and, like, a Garruk Primal Hunter. And then you use Jace's -2 ability, you fucking make a beast with Garruk. Or, I don't know, you, like, yeah, you get those two Planeswalkers, use Jace, draw a Wrath spell, Wrath the board, make a beast, say go. Like, they're just gonna lose.
Maybe.
And now you have another Jace online, you have a Garruk online, you have board control with a beast, now they have to Wrath you, they have to get rid of your creatures or play, like, another Angel of Serenity, but you still have two creatures on the board.
Yeah. I admit, if you're ultimating a Jace,
two Planeswalkers.
You're getting very close to winning if you're ultimating a Jace. But having the Worldfire in your deck almost guarantees that it's a win.
Yeah, but having Worldfire in your opening hand guarantees a loss.
No, it doesn't.
Pretty much.
No, it doesn't. Sometimes you can hardcast a Worldfire.
Not to mention, we've already talked about this. Like, what happens if you have one of Worldfire in the deck? By the time you've ultimated a Jace, it's a very good chance you've already, drawn that one of Worldfire. So that means you're needing to play more than one Worldfire in your deck.
No. It just means you have to play one Worldfire and a bunch of Amass the Components.
Oh my god.
Amass the Components, you're careful, Amass the Components is a decent spell. It saw play last season. And even this season, there's professional writers who are talking about how it could possibly be better than Think Twice. It could possibly... There's some players who are playing Amass the Components in lieu of Jace, because it's an instant card advantage. It's an interesting card, man.
It's an instant? It's a sorcery.
It's a sorcery, but it's the only card in Magic right now that lets you take a card from your hand and put it back in your library.
I mean, okay.
So that puts the Worldfire back in the deck so that when Jace ultimates, the Worldfire is back in the deck.
Right, okay. So, moving forward, you have 4 Jace, 1 Worldfire, probably 3 or 4 Amass the Components?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
2 or 3?
Because you'll find one with
Okay, you have some number of Amass the Components?
Yeah.
And then you're probably playing, like, Elixir of Immortality, one of?
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I could show you the brew I've been working on. I think about a lot of fucking different things.
Show me what you've been working on, because I'm tired of looking at this stupid 5-color deck.
Okay.
This 5-color deck is...
It's terrible. This is the deck
It's not terrible. It's silly... And I don't know why he's playing Lingering Souls and Curse of Deathhold and Gisela and Griselbrand.
This is the deck I was toying with today.
Well, I like the rest of the cards in the deck, though. If you take out Lingering Souls, Curse of Deathhold, Griselbrand, and Gisela, I actually like the deck quite a bit.
Oh, okay.
That's not that many cards. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in the deck that I don't like. I actually really like his mana base.
Alright. So you're down with the 5-color control deck, huh?
I don't know if down with it is the right term to use, but I've seen worse decks.
Oh, of course.
I've seen people playing... At least he's not playing Thundermaw Hellkite.
He's kind of playing the right cards. I mean, he's playing Thragtusk.
Right, yeah. I'm actually really surprised. I was talking to the guy... I'm sorry, I was not talking to the guy. I was listening to a podcast of a guy talking to the guy who won the Grand Prix with that Hellrider deck.
Yeah.
The Hellrider Thundermaw Hellkite deck, which I did not like that deck at all. But he said in the day one that he went undefeated, he only went up against one deck that had Thragtusk in it. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course you're gonna win with fucking Rakdos aggro when you never see Thragtusk, you jackass.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make that deck good, and it doesn't make Thundermaw Hellkite good. People need to, like... I don't understand why people, like, aren't playing Thragtusk. Like, they're playing, like, blue and white and black cards, and you seriously see a lot of decks right now that are not playing Thragtusk, like the blue-white-red, the blue-white Bant. Like, I've seen people, like, going on lower numbers on Thragtusk. It's ridiculous. That's not the right move.
And the thing that's weird about it, though, is, like, last season it wasn't that great, remember? Like, Thragtusk was good, but last season, what was it about the meta last season that made it not as good?
Dude, the metagame was way different. The metagame...
Titans, dude, would come down, and Thragtusk was not big enough. It was a 5-3, and there were all the 6/6s around, so people were just like, okay, you cast a 5-3. I attack you with my Inferno Titan, deal 3 to your Thragtusk. It's like, you know...
Titans was a way different story. And also, like, the cards in that format were way better than the cards in this format. I feel. Like, Delver was an insanely good deck. Like, if you were to take the best decks in Standard ever, like Caw-Blade, Fairies, like, I think Delver would honestly be up there. It was a really good deck. All the cantrips that it had and how, like, fast and tempo-y it was.
Right.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Caw-Blade's insane. But, you take Jund, like, how do you think Delver would perform against Jund? I don't know. I mean, it's completely irrelevant, but...
Like today's Jund? Are you talking about...
No, like old school decks. Like old school Jund with Sprouting Thrynax and... You know, the works.
Yeah.
I don't know. Delver, I thought, was a really good deck. It never got taken down. And when people found out ways of beating it...
It did get taken down, dude. It really did.
No, but when it got knocked down, it next leveled. Like, it you know what I mean? Like, they added, like, Blade Splicer and Restoration Angel and... Okay, anyways. So this is your... Mana Bloom?
Dude, you have to.
I know. You have to. And
you have to, man.
Smells fine.
And like I said, it combines well with Faithless Looting. Kind of. I don't know, man. I'm just brewing.
I know.
I mean, the thing is, like, getting a consistent turn 3 Jace is really nice. But even this deck, it still struggles to get a turn 3 Jace. It's just so fucked up right now. Ramp is just not good.
This looks like a Travis Wu deck. No offense, but...
Insane.
I do say that. It does.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, but how would you make Worldfire work, man? How would you make it work? There's a spell twine idea in here, you know?
I mean, I don't want to criticize you as a brewer. I understand that you're trying to evolve the format. Yeah. Just because, I mean, there's really nothing else to do, right?
Exactly. I'm not trying to evolve the format, though. I'm just trying to, like, utilize a card in a way that's competitive.
It's also a card that no one's thinking about.
Exactly.
Which I approve of that.
Exactly.
Like, I keep my eye on Worldfire, but I never really start brewing with it past, like, Tybalt, Faithless Looting, Wild Guess, and then I'm just like, Worldfire? Like, really?
Wow. See, Tybalt's good with blue spells, though, man. It's part of the problem. Like, Snapcaster Mage, for example. Yeah, Tybalt's good with Desperate Ravings.
I like Wild Guess better than Desperate Ravings. Especially if you're playing Snapcaster.
I don't like Wild Guess because if it gets countered, you're fucked. You've already discarded the card.
Yeah, it sucks to get a counter. It's like getting a... No, it's not as bad as getting a Harrow countered. You ever had a Harrow countered?
No.
It's terrible. You go to cast Harrow, and they had 1 blue untapped, and they spell pierce it.
Oh, yeah, Harrow.
You already sacked your land.
I never played with that spell.
Yeah. Well, you played with it in Valakut. I picked up Valakut once they banned Jace, and I couldn't play Rugdelver anymore.
That's why I avoid Wild Guess, though. It's because, like,
You're right, that's a very good reason to not play it. Because counterspells are good right now.
Are they? Counterspells are so weird. If counterspells were really good right now, Blue-White Flash would be, like, at the top.
It is.
It's not. You know?
It's seeing a lot of play.
It is. But it's not at the top. Look at what the top was. It was all Rakdos zombies. And you can say, yeah, they avoided Thragtusk, but maybe...
Yeah, the reason Rakdos Zombies is doing well right now is because Blue-White Flash is popular. It's just a rock, paper, scissors format. Like, Thragtusk beats both of those decks. It really does. Like, caverning a Thragtusk into play beats both of those decks.
It doesn't really beat the Blue-White Flash. It only beats the Blue-White Flash if you have...
Are you kidding me? Thragtusk is, like, their worst nightmare. They're playing, like, Unsummon and Restoration Angel. Like, Restoration Angel does not battle with a Thragtusk.
It does if you have... It has a lot of counterspells. It tries to counter the Thragtusk.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Caverning a Thragtusk into play beats both of those decks.
Yeah, that's true. Because they're, like, blocking your Thragtusk with Augur Bolus. Like, okay...
Yeah, I mean, if I were brewing with a deck right now, I would be starting with 4 Cavernous Souls and 4 Thragtusk.
Yeah.
And I don't really know where I would go from there. Like, I might even, like, my next card might be a black card. Honestly, my next card might be Deathrite Shaman, but...
Ooh, see, I don't know about Deathrite Shaman in this format.
I just love him because, again, I was talking about how this format is missing, like, 1, 2, and 3 drops. He's an awesome 1-drop.
Yeah, kinda. But the problem is he doesn't go well with Cavern. And in this format, you say he's awesome, but he's not really that awesome in this format.
You don't need to be caverning him. First of all, you don't play Cavern as your first land. You play it as your last land.
Yeah, well,
like
yeah.
that's been true ever since Cavern got printed. Like when people
not in our deck. Not in our deck. In our deck, you sometimes Cavern Human at the beginning.
Oh, for Pilgrim?
Yeah, you have to sometimes.
Yeah, but, I mean, if it's for like a Fiend Hunter, I guess.
In Legacy and Modern, the real power of Deathrite Shaman comes from the fact that he's also a ramp spell. Like, you play a fetch, sack the fetch, go get a land, tap the land, play the Deathrite Shaman, and all of a sudden on the next turn, you can Lily, or you can Geist, or you can, like, any of your 3-drops. Like, Lily turns into a turn 2 play, which that's just a fucking beasto play on turn 2.
Yeah, turn 2 Lilion is a monster in Modern.
I mean, that thing is going to wreck whatever hand you have. It's just gone.